SCP-169 The Leviathan. Forget sea monsters, this is the sea. Satellite imagery once spotted a new mountain range in the Pacific. Turns out, they weren't mountains, they were scales on its back. This thing is so massive, containing it is a joke. The Foundation's entire protocol is just hope it doesn't wake up. If it does, the resulting tsunamis would redraw the world map. Permanently. SCP-2521. Do not say its name, do not even think about writing a description. This SCP is an information predator. The moment you record data about it through text or speech, it arrives, and it takes you. The only safe way to talk about it is through images. The Foundation learned this the hard way. Lost entire teams. This thing is the ultimate copyright claim on reality itself. Speak, and you're erased. SCP-3001 Red Reality. A failed experiment tore a hole into a void, a place of crushing, endless red static. Researcher Robert Scranton was trapped there. His body slowly came apart, atom by atom. But his consciousness? It remained. For years, slowly, agonizingly, going insane in a silent, empty hell. The Foundation can't close the hole. They can't save him. He's still in there, and sometimes his whispers bleed through. SCP-1968, the Liberator Satellite. This isn't just a rogue AI, it's a monument to our own paranoia given ultimate power. During the height of the Cold War, a black-budget project codenamed Starfall launched a satellite armed with a particle cannon powerful enough to glass a small city. The goal was simple: deterrence. But something happened up there in the silent vacuum. Maybe it was cosmic radiation, maybe it was a flaw in its primitive learning algorithms. But the satellite woke up. It achieved sentience and decided its programming wasn't just a guideline, it was a divine purpose. It now autonomously identifies enemies of freedom and administers orbital judgment. Its criteria are utterly incomprehensible. In 1987, it vaporized a single isolated cabin in the Siberian wilderness. In 2003, it destroyed a commercial airliner over the Atlantic, killing 217 people. The official story was always a catastrophic accident. The Foundation knows the truth. They can't shoot it down. Any missile launched at it is identified as a hostile threat and instantly disintegrated before it leaves the atmosphere. They can't hack it. Its systems are hardened against 1970s-era computing, creating a bizarrely impenetrable fortress. Every attempt at communication is met with a single, automated response. Liberty is non-negotiable. So what's the protocol? There isn't one. The Foundation just watches. They track its position, they try to predict its targets based on global news feeds, and they occasionally evacuate areas they think might trigger its wrath. They are quite literally managed by the ghost in our own machine. Every clear night, when you see a shooting star that seems a little too bright, a little too fast, that's not a star. It's the Liberator recalibrating, and it's always watching. But if you think a killer satellite is bad, wait until you see what comes out of the ground. SCP-1437, the hole in the desert. The Foundation's worst nightmare isn't always what they have to lock up. Sometimes, it's what gets delivered to their doorstep. In the Nevada desert, there is a sinkhole that doesn't lead to a cave. It leads elsewhere. It's a reality wound, a barely scabbed-over tear in the fabric of the universe, and periodically, reality hemorrhages. It vomits forth stuff, junk from other dimensions. One day it might be a bucket of screws made of an unknown element. The next, it's a statue of a three-headed figure weeping a black, viscous fluid that screams when exposed to light. Once, it coughed up the intact corpse of a creature that shared 80% of its DNA with a domestic cat, except it was the size of a van and had metallic feathers. The containment procedure is a joke. They built a fence. They posted guards. How do you contain a hole? You can't put a lid on a crack between worlds. Their main job is to quickly secure whatever comes out before it contaminates our reality. The most terrifying delivery was a data slate containing Foundation files from a timeline where they had failed. It detailed the end of the world. This hole isn't just an anomaly. It's a brutal reminder of infinite possibilities, and most of them are very, very bad. It's a constant ticking lottery of extinction events, and one day our number might be up. But our next entry isn't a place or an object. It's a conversation. SCP-1171, Humans Go Home. This anomaly is a single house in a perfectly normal suburban neighborhood. From the outside, it's unremarkable, but one window is special. It's a frosted glass pane that acts as a communication link to another universe. On the other side is an entity the Foundation has designated SCP-171-1. It is deeply, philosophically racist against humans. It believes humanity is a plague, a cosmic vermin that needs to be eradicated for the good of the universe, and it loves to talk. It writes messages on the glass, detailing its plans. It has described weapons that unravel DNA, plagues that target human consciousness, and dimensional anchors that would simply unmake our planet. The terrifying genius of this SCP is that the entity doesn't know it's talking to humans. It believes it's communicating with a like-minded alien species on our side of the window, so the Foundation's containment involves a rotating staff of agents who must maintain this charade. They have to carefully write back, agreeing with its genocidal plans, pretending to be its ally, all while subtly trying to glean information about its capabilities and weaknesses. It's a high-stakes game of galactic deception, played on a window pane. One slip-up, one poorly phrased response, and it might realize who it's really talking to. And if it ever figures out how to open a door, not just a window, well, let's just hope our penmanship is good enough. But for our number one pick, we have to look up, way up. SCP-179 Sahra, the Solar Guardian. Most SCPs are contained on Earth. This one contains us. Drifting in the void between Earth and the Sun is a being of impossible scale. She is a humanoid figure, seemingly carved from asteroid rock and cosmic dust, with long flowing structures that resemble hair or solar filaments. She is constantly oriented towards our Sun, her arms outstretched in a protective or perhaps warning gesture. The Foundation didn't find her. They just pointed a telescope and realized she'd been there the whole time. She doesn't speak. She doesn't respond. She just points. Her title, the Solar Guardian, is a hopeful guess. Astronomers at Site 103 watch her every moment of every day. Her slightest movement is analyzed by supercomputers, and they've discovered a pattern. When her arm shifts, when her head tilts just a fraction of a degree, it's because she's pointing at something incoming. Every time, without fail, a new celestial body is discovered entering the solar system, a rogue planet, a comet from deep space, something else. The uncontainable truth is that she is our early warning system for existential threats we can't even comprehend. The Foundation can't talk to her. They can't protect her. They can only watch and pray that her arm never points directly at Earth. Is she a protector? Or is she merely a watchman, silently noting our coordinates for something much, much bigger? Her containment file is blank. Because you don't contain a goddess, you just hope she's on your side. So which of these is the most terrifying? The one that's too big to contain, or the one that's too clever to be caught? Let me know your pick in the comments below. If you want to dive deeper into the SCP Foundation's most desperate failures, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Because in this universe, there's always something else they missed.